life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet.
Goodbye. Oh, you look entirely able-bodied to me.
I'm sorry?
You've parked in a disabled parking space.
Oh, I do beg your pardon. I didn't realise. It's just that this spot seemed to have a good line of sight from inside. See, I do worry about Josephine, my car. I've had her so long, she's become like an extra limb to me.
I know what you mean. My car's called Rosie.
Oh, then you'll understand, dear lady. I like to keep an eye on her when we have to part ways. It is safe to park here, isn't it?
Well, I won't be practicing my three-point turns today.
Oh, you learning to drive?
I was. And I intend to start again sometime soon.
Oh, that's wonderful. You see, it's so important to maintain our freedoms as we mature.
Yes.
I can just see you whizzing down country lanes with a silk scarf and sunglasses. The open road, eh?
I must say, I'm looking forward to the independence.
I bet you are. Well, I'll move her. Is there anywhere in particular you'd like me?
It's a beautiful car. My father always wanted an XJS.
A gentleman of taste.
Don't worry. You can leave it there. I'll keep an eye on it from the desk.
Would you?
But if I need the spot...
I'll move it. Thanks for this. It's very kind of you.
Do come inside. Do you have an appointment?
Yes, with a Dr. Granger. Oh, no, allow me.
Oh.
So, what brings you in today?
Just a general checkup, really. I received a questionnaire from the DVLA, and as I can't remember when I last saw Dr. Fenton, I thought it was probably a good idea to come in and get the once-over.
Okay. Did you bring it with you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know why the DVLA sent you this?
It's not routine.
No. Would they have any reason to believe that you were unfit to drive?
Unfit to drive? Oh, why would they? Ah, I know. My daughter. She disapproves of me driving at my age, thinks I'm getting doddery. She's been pestering me to move to town with her since my wife passed away. If I couldn't drive, then I suppose I'd have to.
Do you think that your daughter has been in contact with the DVLA?
I'll wager she has, yes.
Seems an extreme tactic.
Diane likes to work behind the scenes.
Well, if she had been in contact with the DVLA, then they'd have to respond. This seems to be more concerned with seizures. Have you had any seizures recently?
No.
There's nothing in your history regarding epilepsy or causes of seizures. Do you drink alcohol?
Well, I haven't had a drink since, at least a week.
Okay. Can you think of any other reason why your daughter might report to the DVLA like this?
Well, I suppose she thought that it might be hard to disprove, that the claim would stick and spread doubt on my general health. She thinks I'm unfit to drive. Perhaps she's hoping that you will too.
Okay, well, let's start with a thorough checkup, make sure things are in order.
Oh, certainly.
We'll begin with a listen to your heart.
Yes, of course.
Heston Carter?
Yeah, do you know him?
I certainly do. He treated my nurses with contempt. He's arrogant, pompous and self-centered.
It's not the man that I met.
Come on, how many Heston Carters can there be? Have you signed on the dotted line?
Well, I've offered it to him and he's accepted.
The Heston Carter I knew doesn't give two hoots for general practice. He's had a heart attack and he's taken a year off. And if he can't return to general surgery, it's because he's lost his touch.
Well, that's not very charitable.
He treated me like a scullery maid when I was a matron. And can you imagine how he'll lord it over me now that he knows I'm a receptionist? And as for poor Ruth... Oh, Julia, I know you're desperate, but what have you got us into?
Yeah, well, maybe I am desperate, Vivian. Desperate for some support from my staff.
Julia.
Hello.
What's Dr. Fenton doing these days? Don't tell me he's taken early retirement.
No, he's in the States.
Still working, I hope? Well, let's hope he comes back to Leatherbridge soon. I enjoyed visiting him. Always so sensible and generous. Not that I don't enjoy your company, too.
Well, any compliment to him is a compliment to me. He's my uncle.
Oh, I should have known. There's little resemblance, but you both have the same modus operandi. You must miss him.
Yeah, your heart rate is regular, your blood pressure is good, as are your reflexes and your lungs. And at 24.5, your BMI is bang on. Well, you seem to have ticked all the right boxes here, but you do know that this is a self-declaration form. You sign it, I don't.
Yes, I know. It's just that I thought I'd get a second opinion.
Well, in my opinion, you're in pretty good shape.
Excellent. I'm glad I came.
I would recommend that you came in for a checkup a little bit more regularly, though. I'm sure you take your car in for a service more often than every 3 years.
Oh, that's different. She needs more maintenance than a racehorse. Nice cut. David Elam. Not quite Savile Row, but does a quality job.
I'll have to look him up.
It's been a pleasure, Dr. Granger. And do say hello to your uncle for me.
I will.
Thank you.
Oh, and don't forget to inform the DVLA of anything that might impair your ability to drive.
I'll be reporting myself for high spirits next.
And your daughter?
You leave her to me. Bye, Doctor.
Right.
Hello, Diane. I just thought I'd let you know I've been given the all clear by Dr. Granger. So I'll be posting off that questionnaire that you got the DVLA to send to me with his stamp of approval. Nice try, darling, but I'm still at liberty. One for the road, eh?
I'm sorry, Ms. Marker, but Dr. Granger is fully booked this morning. Dr. Bell is available, but you will have to wait.
Did you say Marker?
Yes.
I'm sure I could squeeze one more in before lunch, Vivian. Andrew Metcalf.
Excuse me, is that your black car parked in the disabled parking space?
Oh, yes. I didn't realise that.
Move it, please.
Okay, but as I was saying that...
Now.
Jimmy, I've got your message. Listen, I'm going to try and get away. It's not easy, but could you meet me at the side entrance of the park around about 3 o'clock? I can't say exactly.
My father came to see you this morning, Julian Marker.
I guessed.
He told me that you gave him a clean bill of health.
Well, that's confidential.
He's an alcoholic.
I really can't discuss.
He scrubs up well a few days after one of his binges. He'd have held out for a week before he came to see you. I'm not surprised you didn't pick it up. He's been having these seizures. Rum fits, he calls them. What if he was to have one of these fits when he was driving?
Well, if they are seizures and if they are alcohol-related, then he is obliged by law to report that to the DVLA.
But he won't. My mother used to keep him in check, but she passed away a year ago, and now his drinking's getting out of control. He routinely drives under the influence. Someone needs to put a limit on his behaviour.
Did you write to the DVLA?
Yes, I did. I thought it might make him take responsibility. But instead he comes here and tricks you into saying he's fighting fit.
Hold on. Drink driving is a police matter. And as for the seizures, I can't investigate anything that he doesn't report. I seem to remember he ticked that box a no.
I'm sorry. I know it's not your fault.